Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. So I didn't get a chance to talk about this, but I'll give my 2 cents on this situation. At the end of the day, Nas, his name alone, you don't even have to talk about some of the songs that he made. His name alone is going to forever be tied to, you know, hip hop royalty, synonymous with the growth and the evolution and the history of hip hop. Like I said, just his name alone. It's kind of funny. He's a household name, whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not. You don't even have to know much about rap. And if somebody says you heard of Nas, you'll say, yeah, I heard of that name. You know, you doing big things when somebody could say they heard of a person, but they don't, really know what songs they sing, because you will always hear the name Nas when you talk about some of the greatest MCs that ever touched the mic. And Nas is up there with, the Ice Cubes, the Snoop Dogs, the LL Cool J, the Rakims, guys like that. I know somebody gonna come here and say, what about Jay-Z? I don't think that highly of Jay-Z, and that's my fucking opinion. You don't like it, too bad. Don't listen to the video, But nevertheless, you have a guy like 21 Savage who, to me, has the audacity to try to say Nas isn't relevant anymore. See, here's the thing. You don't have to put out albums. Nas don't have to put out an album now. It's based off his resume. It's based off his history, what he's done. So he doesn't have to really make new music. Nas, along with guys like LL Cool J and other people, they could do a show where they could do a 45-minute to an hour set because of their body of work. Can 21 Savage do something like that? No. I mean, for real, can you really name, I'm just keeping it 100, can you really name, let alone, you know what I'm saying, 5 21 Savage songs? Can you really name 5? 10 would be a stretch. I know he had that song called A Lot, and that won him a Grammy, but for real, you gonna try to compare 21 Savage to Nas? To a certain degree, 21 Savage is kind of regional. He that typical Southern trap music sound just like a lot of other stuff that's out now. And at the end of the day, the thing is with 21 Savage is, to me, is a wankster. This is a dude that lied about who he was, but at the end of the day, this is, this is acceptable. The same way people make excuses for that cornball, that cornball Puerto Rican / Mexican dude with the strange color hair trying to justify him being a rat. This is a guy that said when he first came out, he struggled and went through it. He was poor and, his father was on crack and all that kind of stuff. How can you respect a dude that lied about where he came from and act like, his father, in case you guys don't know, 21 Savage lied about who he was. Come to find out, he was a anchor baby foreigner. He was a cross the water foreigner whose dad is a well-respected surgeon overseas. But he lied and made it look like, he came from poverty and all that kind of stuff. When in retrospective, he was well off. He wasn't really poor. But then to try to solidify himself and try to have, quote unquote, what you call street cred, he made up this stuff about his, like, who would be ashamed of their father being a surgeon? That's something to hold your head up high and be proud of. But he plays it to the typical stereotype. Oh, my dad wasn't around and all this kind of stuff. And then his mother, she ain't no better because she need to be called out for letting him perpetrate that lie. Now, whatever happened between 21 Savage and his mom and his father, that's between them. But for his mother to let him perpetrate that lie, you have to look at her. That means she was in on it. I'm pretty sure she listened to some of his songs. And then I just look at this dude. He always says something ignorant, and he plays into the stigma of black men being, ignorant and stuff and uneducated. If you listen to some of the stuff he raps about, and you have to wonder, is he making a mockery of it, or or he just doing what everybody else is doing? Anybody could sit up there and go buy some guns and try to act like they're gangsters. Do you know how easy it is to get a gun in Georgia? I'm living proof that come on, man. It's an open carry state. Just because you sit up there and show pictures of guns and all that stuff and come on, man. I don't make you no street dude and talking about you a self-appointed blood and all that kind of stuff. For real. He playing it to the stereotype. The best thing that could have happened for all of us if he would have got deported. He's not contributing to society. He's not contributing to making our race better. He's hurting it. This is a dude that I can't exactly verbatim quote what he said in one of his raps. He said something about his guns is racist like the KKK. They like to kill niggas. Like, what? Is you kidding me? For real, is you kidding me? Do you know what kind of coon line that was? For real. Dude is trash all around. But he gonna sit up there and try to disrespect Nas, one of the greatest rappers that ever lived? But this is the new generation, and I just got to keep it a buck. This is why a lot of these dudes, this new generation, why a lot of these dudes ain't even making it to 30. Because one, they too disrespectful. They don't know how to respect their elders, and they really don't respect the code of the streets. They was codes of the streets that you had to follow. And if you followed those codes correctly, you would make it. But when you try to change the rules and try to change the game, well, guess what? If you don't follow the rules, that means your ops don't have to follow the rules, right? But is you really a real street dude? Anybody can sit up and go to Walmart and buy them a red rag and say they are blood. How many times have that been done? I know. You wouldn't say it to his face. Sure I would. You know how many times I've seen that dude sit up there and I seen a video of him where he just was having a simple argument or just a discussion with a dude. That's what he liked to do, pull guns out on people and all that kind of stuff, on black people, of course. And what's the bad part about it is he's a fucking foreigner. But I'm glad dudes like Kodak Black got at him for calling Nas out. I'm just saying, it's just laughable at some of the people that certain black people support. And he's contributing to the problem. I'm serious. But I give it credit. I wouldn't be surprised when when the cameras are not on, he got that straight up European accent. He playing a character. I don't think nothing is savage about that dude. And I'm just keeping it a buck. Because like I said, any dude could sit up here and start popping off at the mouth when they got a couple of people around them, a couple of fools and all that kind of stuff, and a couple of perpetrators. Because like I said, anybody can get it. I'm just saying, anybody can get caught slipping. I done got caught slipping a couple of times, but luckily for me, I'm still here. So I'm just saying, man, to just see dudes like him that don't respect nothing. Because at the end of the day, there are certain people you just shouldn't talk about no matter what. And that's the problem with dudes like him and DJ Academics. DJ Academics is a smart, ignorant dude. DJ Academics is smart, but at the same time, he shows his ignorance. He's shown it quite a few times. And I understand why a lot of people don't like him, but I just wanted to get this off my chest about, 21 Savage. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't think of the circus and the terminology and the word clown without thinking about 21 Savage, because that's pretty much what he is. To say that Nas isn't relevant and all that kind of stuff, Nas will always be relevant. It doesn't matter whether he gets in the studio and makes another album. It's his body of work. Like I said, do you think people gonna be bumping 21 Savage songs 20 years from now? I bet you people will still be playing The World Is Yours, One Love, Made You Look, Ether. I can go on and on and on. But yeah, I just needed to say that. But anyway, appreciate y'all for listening. It's your boy Town Biz. I'm out.